This time I have a Raspberry Pi here connected through its Ethernet port to a laptop. And here I'm on a SSH session connected to the laptop, and you can see I'm running Maria database, which is a clone of MySQL. And here on the laptop, I wrote a C# solution console program to connect to the remote MySQL/Maria database. And this is just another version of the same system I wrote on Ignition for users to batch in to gain access level privileges. So users are stored into a table, and here's a program running. Let's just zoom in. So you have presented with two options: search user, add user, or quit. And like the Ignition, I have two databases. One holds the users. I'm going to show you what the users are on the table. They're not users now yet. So the logical thing is to add users to it. Now I've connected to the laptop a RFID tag reader that you'll see in a minute. This is it. I bought it from Amazon. It came with a couple RFID cards. I believe they're 13.5 megahertz, and each of them have a unique serial number, all numbers, no letters, so it's just a numeric value stored into it. So you add a user, type in the name. Let's type a name in here, the username, Stephen. That's just that. Let's just enter that. Enter the access level. It's going to be 2. And then I'm going to record the batch. So here's the batch being recorded. There it is. Now it's added to the table in the Raspberry Pi remote database. So I'm going to add on the user. And this time I'm going to put Robert and level 3. And I'm going to batch in, record the batch for Robert. There, record it. And we go back to the main start menu on the C# program. And if I were to look into the database in the Raspberry Pi, there are the two users I just added. This is on the Raspberry Pi. Now, if I were to search for a user, all I need to do is select option 1, search user, and see that I need to change the screen because I'm on the wrong screen. Oh yeah, well, I'm going to show you the table for the user log. It's empty now. Yeah, so there are no user logs. No one has logged in because I just created the users in the table. So you see the table now is empty on the Raspberry Pi. There's no logs. The user table has users, but no one has batched in. No one has requested access. So let's request an access. Let's batch in. So user batch is red. And then as a return, you get the name and the level. And this entry got logged into the historical log table. So if you look into the user log, there it is, Robert. He batched from this machine, the ASUS machine, and the timestamp of the access request. So this is, of course, there's no PLCs in this system. You can see now I'm looking for Stephen, access level 2. And if I were to go into the Raspberry Pi and look at the user log table, just gonna change screens to it. There it is. There it is. There's Stephen and Robert being logged. So there it is. A little system that emulates the Ignition. Of course, this is all written using open source code. This is C# and the open source and free to use Maria database. There it is. So if If I were to batch in again, every access gets logged into the table. So going back to Raspberry Pi, there it is. Gonna show you the contents of the user log table. I need to, there it is. Wrong screen. Let me just do it right here. From user log. Yeah, that's a table. There's now another entry from Stephen. So Stephen logged again from user. So this is very useful for user access control.